There are a wide variety of options that are available for walking with ease and confidence for individuals who currently experience gait difficulties and mobility challenges. Today, what I want to do is suggest to you 6 possibilities you probably never even knew existed. And I'm extracting these ideas from the new Walk with Ease and Confidence Parkinson's Recovery membership website. First idea is an idea that I'm going to look down here at these categories that we've covered in the new website. Optometry. Let me click on that category and show you an entry from Dr. Janet Koltz, a neurooptometrist. Many people don't realize that vision plays a critical role in being able to have good balance and prevent falls. Many individuals who currently experience Parkinson's symptoms have a restricted peripheral vision. They can see straight ahead and perhaps a range of about 80 degrees or so, but not 180 degrees. For good mobility, you need to have good peripheral vision. Dr. Koltz explains that she does some tests and some diagnostic work with individuals who have mobility challenges, and she can actually prescribe specially configured glasses. Oftentimes they're thicker at the edges than in the middle. This is not to improve the vision. Actually, it's to improve the peripheral vision. She also uses color. So suggestion number 1, why not see a neurooptometrist? There are not many of them, but they are certainly out there. You can visit her website to get more information. It's www.optometrists.org/Riverside. Idea number 2 is foot whispering. Okay, you're probably thinking, foot whispering? What in the world is that? Well, that's a kind of a fancy word that describes Randy Eady, who is the internationally known foot whisperer. Reflexology is a wonderful therapy for being able to activate the meridians in the body. There are points in the feet that all connect to various meridians and organ systems. So when you're feeling the bottom of your feet, if you have tender spots, that means there is an obstruction in that meridian and probably a compromised organ that particular point is connected to. The discipline is called reflexology. Randy has worked extensively with individuals who currently experience Parkinson's symptoms. Here's a picture of him, Randy, R-A-N-D-Y, Eady, E-A-D-Y. He's an amazing individual who's done wonderful work for persons with Parkinson's symptoms. He recommends that you get a shoe or a foot that basically separates all the toes. It's very flexible. You've probably seen them in the stores. And he also recommends you walk barefoot as much as possible. In other words, walk on little stones, walk on the yard outside. Basically, you want to do everything you can do to activate those acupuncture points on the bottom of your feet. Possibility number 3 that my guess is you probably have never heard about. It's called neural feedback. So I'm going to go down here to the categories and click on neural feedback and pull up that particular entry. Now, what I know about neural feedback comes from the amazing Dr. Jacqueline Gisburn, who has done extensive work with people with Parkinson's. It's a rather interesting therapy in that they attach these wires to the top of your head. The wires are attached to a computer, and what the therapist does is they gently challenge the habitual neural pathways that are accessed when you are watching a little video game. Looks a bit like the old Pac-Man. And this therapy, the way they do it, is done intensively over a period of 3 weeks, each and every day for a number of hours. They also work with the person using a lot of different other therapies, including, get this, equine therapy. They take you into a ring of horses and there's a therapeutic intervention there as well. I really like the work that Dr. Gisborne and her colleagues are doing, because I think they recognize what it really takes to heal from the inside out. It's not a one-shot deal. It's not a one-week deal. It's basically a lifetime journey on the road to recovery. So they have an intensive program that lasts 3 weeks. It does cost some money, but the therapists are spending most of their time just with you. And then afterward, they have a follow-up program where you're connecting with Dr. Gisborne and her colleagues through the Skype, through the internet. You're working with a local practitioner. They found that once the person re-enters their local environment, they tend to resort to the bad habits that are not conducive to good mobility and a relief of the symptoms. So they provide extensive support in the work that they actually do. There are other neurofeedback practitioners, but the work that she does is specifically designed for persons with Parkinson's disease. They're located in Colorado. Next idea is a program, my guess is, unless you heard the radio show recently, you've never heard about. It's called BAL-A-VIS-X. Now that's a strange kind of a word for a program. There's the name right there. It stands for BAL, balance, A, auditory, VIS, vision, X, exercise. It's designed by the amazing Bill Hubert from Wichita, Kansas. Now, it's not widely used by persons with neurological challenges or persons with Parkinson's symptoms. It is well known as a therapy for persons with autism, particularly children. His program is used worldwide. He travels to countries all over the world introducing his program. He's been developing this for about 30 years. I'm really impressed with the program, I must tell you all, and want to consider, although you've probably never considered this as an option, to consider this as an option that might work wonders for you. He has DVDs on his website. He has books. You can basically learn how to do these exercises by watching YouTube videos or getting his own DVD. I want to just give you a snapshot picture by playing this very brief video. Now, this is one of 200 different exercises that demonstrate kind of the idea behind how this particular system actually works. Notice you can hear, it's auditory. Look at the focus of the two people. It's very precise. You have to send that beanbag to exactly the right place every single time. And this older person is working with a younger person, so I like this therapy because you can recruit some of the younger persons in your family to join you. It's fun, it's interesting, it helps everyone, the young people as well as the old people. Here's another short video of a group of people who are doing the same thing. Notice it's precise, it's auditory, it's visual, it's everything you need in order to be able to maintain good balance. So you can get together a group of 4 friends and begin to practice some of these exercises. Have fun, laugh, enjoy yourself, and improve your balance as well as reduce the possibility of falls. Bill's website is www.BAL-VIS-X.com. Of course, you can just type in BAL-VIS-X on any kind of search engine, and his website will be the first to come up. Nobody else has that name, so it's rather unique. He's got, as you can see, books. He's got cues for learning and teaching in the flow. So there are lots of marvelous resources that he has created. He's an amazing man that I think has created a remarkable program that I think, and others think could provide enormous assistance for persons experiencing issues with balance and the possibility of having difficulty with falls. Possibility number 5 that you never thought ever existed. I'm going to go back to my categories on the member website, and what I'm going to do is go into balance-based torso weighting. It's right down there, and I'm going to click on that category and bring up that particular page. This is a program that was designed by Cynthia Gibson Horn, a physical therapist. I interviewed her on the radio show about 5 years ago. She had just really begun to develop this idea. It was in its formative stages, but it's much more advanced now. There's a picture of the vest that she uses and her colleagues use to fit people who have balance challenges. So basically the idea is if you're leaning to, let's say, the left, there are some light weights that are put on the right part of the vest. Or if you are slumping over to the front, there are some weights that are gently put in exactly the right position in the back. So the physical therapists have to do assessments, and they have to place the weights, and then they do follow-ups. So there's a whole technology behind this particular idea, but it can provide some pretty quick relief, especially if you're having some pretty serious balance problems. There's a video on the member website of a woman who you show her walking without the vest, and she puts the vest on, and you know the difference is remarkable. So there's a lot of evidence around there that this particular program can provide pretty quick relief for people, which is why I like it. Her website is www.motiontherapeutics.com. The word motion and then the word therapeutics, PEUTICS.com. So visit her website. She's got a list of practitioners that she has trained to equip these vests for persons who have mobility challenges. I would guess there would be a practitioner in your locality or at least near your locality by this particular time. Idea number 6 that I promised to introduce to you, an idea that you probably have heard about but have probably never thought about something you could use to assist with facilitating an improvement in balance and preventing falls. This idea is to play games with, you've probably heard about it, Nintendo Wii. How about that? Now look, this is something you can do, your children can do, your grandchildren can do if you have them. People in the family can enjoy it, adults and children alike. And I would suggest, because they have so many games that you can use, find a game of something that you used to do when you were perhaps younger. Maybe you played football or basketball or soccer. Well, get one of those games. And for those of you that don't know what the Nintendo Wii is, it's very interactive. That is, you actually stand up or sit down if you like, and you are actually bowling. You are actually playing tennis, and it scores you. You can play with other players, and you can play with other people in the family. It's absolutely and totally fun. Now, you may think to yourself, well, where am I getting this idea? It's just a game. It's a video game. It can't help that much. Well, what I document here on the member website is videos that explain it's been useful, an interview with the researcher that I had on the radio show, Dr. Hertz, who has basically focused his research program through the GHSU Movement Disorders Program, which is a National Parkinson's Foundation Center of Excellence. He explains his research and how he was surprised to find the results that he found. There are also videos we have here of researchers who are presenting their research and explaining how they also were surprised at the amazing results that they actually found. Here's also a whole summary of the research of another particular study. The Nintendo Wii console is available on Amazon, or the sports games. Also, you can order lots of different sports games. So consider the fact that a lot of people believe that to improve their balance and their walking challenges, it's got to be a struggle. You've got to exercise every day. Yeah, that's going to help, no doubt about it. But if you're having struggles in motivating yourself to do the exercises that you need to do, Kevin Lockett, the amazing physical therapist from Hawaii, recommends several exercises. One of them he calls Superman, another one he calls alternate arm and leg lifts. So these are exercises that help enormously improve balance, but the fact is that he explains a lot of people really don't like doing them every day. All right, if you're one of those people, well, consider some alternatives, and those alternatives can be, hey, have some fun. Don't make it work, don't make it exercise. Do something every day that you look forward to, something that's engaging and interesting and can involve other members of your family. So consider Nintendo Wii. Yeah, okay, I admit it, you've heard of the Nintendo Wii more than likely. You may have seen other people play with it and have a good time. But now I'm suggesting the idea that you probably had never thought about, but I want you to seriously consider is, why not invest in one of those consoles, and then buy a game or two of something that you in the past have really enjoyed. When we go to life experiences, it's amazing how all of a sudden mobility challenges can dissolve like an ice cream cone in the summertime. Well, thanks for joining me on this quick preview of 6 what I consider to be amazing ideas that I think will help you if you just consider one of these. Explore one of them, and I think you'll be delighted with the results. If you'd like to have a lot more strategies and tips and get to know more about other programs that are helping people get relief from the problems they're experiencing with walking, then there is also the brand new Walk with Ease and Confidence membership website that I've just built over the last 6 months. For information about that new website, simply visit the website www.parkinsonsdisease.me. So the 2 words joined together, Parkinson's and disease, DISEASE.me. Well, thanks for joining me on this webinar today. This is Robert Rogers, founder of Parkinson's Recovery in 2004. And we bid you good day from the shores of the Puget Sound, where all the women are smart, all the men are handsome, and all the children are truly loved. Know that by connecting into this webinar today that you indeed are improving your balance, and you are certainly preventing the possibility of any falls whatsoever.